Mr. Chair, with that, I'm happy to take any questions.
All right, members, you've heard sort of an explanation of what's going on. I would ask this, and you are also working through your process with your vendor that's kind of working on some marketing element. A large part of this is working with the small business community. This is not sort of the exchange activity on the individual side that you've seen. I think we've all kind of seen from in varied ways, both nationally and even some back in the state. What are you working on?
So that's true. There are two things that I think are probably very much worth mentioning here. With respect to what are we going to be called, what's our brand, how are people going to know us? When we did a lot of surveying several months ago throughout the state, and what we found overwhelmingly, and I will make these results available to you, was that the people of Arkansas don't want the federal government running their state exchange. They want to run their own exchange. They want it to be known as the Arkansas Exchange. So as we took that and we have gone back and done a second set of surveys with a number of businesses and both employees and employers. We also talked to individuals. We talked to several of you. We tested over 100 different names for what the exchange would be and a number of different logos. This coming Wednesday, the board of directors will meet. They will look at the findings of that research, and they are scheduled to actually make a decision on what the new name of the exchange will be and what the logo will be. So that's important. Second, with respect to the individual exchange, one of the other elements that makes us enviable is that when other exchanges in the country launched, they had to build their exchange from scratch. There was no template really to go off of. That's not the case with us. We have identified, there are 14 exchanges in operation. We have identified 7 that we consider successful exchanges. We measure that on a number of criteria, including no unscheduled shutdowns, no reported security breaches, did they launch on time, they're not under federal investigation. Those things are important. We came up with 7 of those. We are now looking at those 7 different exchanges on the individual side to see which ones are not only the best performers, which ones would be the best strategic fit for our state. And it's possible now to actually all that coding that other states pay for. Let me back up. The other states paid for that with federal dollars, but because it was purchased with federal dollars, it can be available to Arkansas at no charge. Well, that makes this significantly less expensive for us if we find one that's a good strategic fit for what we're trying to do here. We will have our choice of these 7 states if we want to transfer in any of those solutions. Now, there will be a cost. It's like dropping a new engine in. You still have to hook up the belts, the hoses, the electrical. But we're talking to the tune of millions, maybe tens of millions in savings if we can find one that's a good strategic fit for us. So we think that, again, puts us in a good position. We are in the middle of looking at these other states, and we think that we will have the board with some kind of direction on that in the next 30 to 60 days.